Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Everything Bears, where we talk about everything Bears. And boy, do we have an interesting topic for you guys tonight. As you might be able to see up here, what do you guys think about curses? In Chicago, we've known a few, with the most recent one finally being debunked. Do you have nightmares about billy goats? Do you refuse to eat certain soups? Or do you believe in the Madden Curse? We'll talk about it and more on Everything Bears tonight.
Everything Bears show, yo, bear down, bear down, bear down, bear down, bear down, yo. Everything Bears show, bear down, bear down, bear down, bear down, bear down, yo. First down, first down, first down, touchdown. Everything between the walls, oh now, bow down to the ground. Lakeshore, downtown, sister throne of the north, up high, calm down, find out, intercepted, locked down, found out, knocked down, 9 round, in the state, touchdown, plow. First down, touchdown. Everything between the walls, oh now, bow down to the ground. Lakeshore, downtown, sister throne of the north, up high, calm down, find out, intercepted, locked down, found out, knocked down, 9 round, in the state, touchdown, plow.
What's up, Bears fans? Welcome back to the Everything Bears Show, your home for Everything Bears. And have we got some rumors swirling around Twitter? Caleb Williams is the front runner to some gambling app saying that he's the front runner to be the next Madden cover athlete. Not my quarterback.
Oh!
Not my quarterback. You get him off that cover right now. But before we jump to conclusions, we're going to talk about the ebbs and flows and the history of Madden cover athletes to get to the bottom of this curse. So stick around to hop in the chats, pop questions in, and we're going to have pop quizzes along the way. So I need you guys to be locked in tonight because there's going to be some pop quizzes going on. Woo!
Mm-hmm. All right. Curses, oh my. Let's talk about the most famous Chicago curse of them all. We have to,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
The Billy Goat curse.
Yep.
How long did that plague our beloved Chicago Cubs?
100 years.
Plus.
Just over? Yeah, just over 100 years.
108 years, right? Yeah. 1908, 2016. And finally, a man by the name of Joe Madden had delivered us from that curse with the helps of people such as Anthony Rizzo, Kyle Brandt,
yeah, Schwarber,
Ross, all kinds of people that just
Baez
helped along the way. Yeah,
was Baez on that team. I love that guy. All right.
Yep.
So yeah.
I mean, you can't leave out Hay, right?
Oh, yeah.
Dexter Fowler in center, who led off Game 7 with a homer, right? If I remember correctly, it's all coming back. Unfortunately, it's been 10 years, but should have brought up my World Series glass. But yeah, Schwarber playing left field at that point in time. Boy, he came off of an injury too, and then had a magnificent run. But with all that being said, the curse was finally broken. So why Chicago? And all you national pundits out there, well, why would you dangle the potential of the Madden curse with our quarterback? I don't know, man.
Because it's the Bears, and that's what they do. And rightfully so. Let's take a look at it, right? A lot of times these cover athletes, their arrow is pointing up. Uppity up. And Caleb, let's face it, his arrow is shooting up. So he would make sense to be a cover athlete. And what he probably could do next year too, except if it wasn't for this lousy EA Madden curse.
Man, it scares me. Now, granted, we're not out here saying that Caleb is going to be on Madden 27.
Yeah, let's preface that. Go ahead,
Yes.
please, Wedge. Finish that.
It's nothing set in stone. We are addressing rumors and how we feel about that. Let's just preface that right now.
Please.
Right. So I don't want to hear people saying, "Oh, did you hear Caleb's on?" These guys said Caleb's on the Madden. No. We don't know yet.
No,
but
we're addressing the rumor.
Yes.
And expressing our discontent or content or happy about it.
Yes.
We're going to look at this from both sides of that same coin. So, but yeah, we are not saying that that's what's happening. We're just addressing the rumor, folks. We're just addressing the rumor. That's it.
Right. And as being Bears fans, we have some concerns. And, which is kind of odd because you're bringing up the glass half full this time. And I think I'm more in the glass half empty. I do not want to see our quarterback on this cover because why tempt it? When it comes to curses, I don't mess around, man. I don't play that. So we'll see. And like you said before, there's been some people who have benefited from it. And we'll get into that too. So it's going to feel a little off tonight, guys, because Ezra is going to be for the people who have benefited from it. And I'm going to be more of the doomsday guy. So it's a wacky night on Everything Bears tonight. So
a little bit of a role reversals. But I think once we state our whole case, once we go through the whole history of it, we will be better informed by the end of the show to say our final stance on how we feel about it.
True.
There.
So as you guys file in and you're trying to figure out what we're planning on talking about, you guys have a little bit of homework as we hash out the first couple things that we want to say. And maybe we'll outline the show. And your homework is, in that meantime, is to think of, and don't cheat now, who was the origin of the Madden Curse and what year was that Madden Curse kind of officially put into place? So think about it, guys, and make sure, drop it in the comments. Let us know what you think, and then we'll take it from there. So,
yeah, Fivey is in the chat. If you're able to chat, when did the Madden Curse officially start? And who was the cover athlete to set the tone?
Right. And boy, did they set the tone.
Boy, did they.
So let's talk a little bit about our Madden experiences. What's the first console that you remember playing Madden on?
Wow. The SNES, if I had to guess. Yes. The Super Nintendo. Though that way early Maddens were my first ones when John Madden was still the cover guy, Yeah. Boom.
The old 16-bit, graphics in there where the voice even sounded computerized. I remember watching sim games on PC for the original Madden game where you'd be able to coach and stuff like that and make player decisions and things of that nature. So I remember that when I was a youngster. A lot of my floor mates in college would do that. But I truly remember really, really diving hard into it, probably N64, where we just played the crap out of that. So that was that's kind of one of the earliest ones I remember. Whenever I think about Super NES, I feel that I was still pretty loyal to Tecmo Bowl because they had the Super NES Tecmo Bowl version, which I think Brett Favre was attached with that, if I remember correctly. So I really didn't get into Madden, I think, until N64 was really the one that I remember just going all in on.
After Super Tecmo Bowl, I know it's just side branching really quick, as they started to get into the better graphics and stuff like that, and introducing weather. Like that next iteration was pretty cool. But then as they kept rolling them out, it started to lose its quality and luster for me. But nothing beats that Super Nintendo, just that Tecmo Super Bowl.
Yes. All-time classics. I mean, takes us right back to our childhood, right? Shoot, I remember playing NES when like the power would go out in the neighborhood in the summer, and all of us kids are running around. And as soon as that power came in, we'd jump into somebody's house and start playing either Super Tecmo Bowl or, what else was real big back then? Tyson's Punch-Out, I think, was real big as well. So I very vividly remember those memories and dating back to that. So with that being said, man, should we get ready to get into this?
Yeah, nobody in the chat commenting yet about, because we'll just give the answer and you don't want it. It's more fun to hear you guys guess who was the very first cover athlete for Madden who started off the whole curse. Who was it?
If you want, maybe we can start with more recent memory and let's talk about some of the positives. And then we'll give people, because I think recent memory, people are going to remember that a little bit more. And then maybe we'll curb it a little bit until, the car with Big Mike and Creighton, all those guys pull up. They must have had to stop for gas. So
they're on their way. Mike's out there picking up Create. Yeah. They're probably Learn's running a little bit behind.
Yeah.
So all right, we'll wait. We'll cover the time until more people roll in for those pop quizzes, because they'll miss it all. I just noticed that we didn't post on our Everything Bear show but I just did it. That's what I've been doing here. I got us on our Facebooks taken care of.
Yeah, I was running a little late today. The Wedge usually gets off of work at noon on Wednesdays, and he didn't get out until 6:01. Thanks, the man. The man trying to keep me down, man.
The man's always trying to keep you down. But yeah, again, 3 to 6 of you keep bopping in and leaving. Anybody's got any thoughts or comments? Always drop them in the comments below. Let me run the banner, because that lets people know that we like comments and people should leave the comments. Yeah, when I first saw it, we all know we're all Gen Xers here, at least on the stage we are. We saw it all happen every year. We're sports fans, we're football fanatics. We play the Maddens every year, not anymore, but in the past. And so, cover athlete, do you believe? Oh my God, it's Michael Vick. Michael Vick's on the cover because he's so good. He breaks his leg. And it's like, oh no, he broke his leg. But you don't think nothing of it. It's football. It's a violent sport. Injuries happen. No big deal. So Michael Vick gets hurt. He misses the rest of the season. The following year, next athlete gets on there. Bam, back surgery. Misses the whole season. Okay, that's weird now. That's 2 cover athletes. All right. Third year, another guy, bam, MCL, out for the season. Wait, there's a pattern going on here now. And then this goes on for so long that you're like, yeah, no, to the point where EA's probably approaching players and going, hey, you were an all-pro this year. You made the Pro Bowl. We want to put you on the cover. Wedge, you had a great year last year. We want to put you on the cover. What do you say?
Hell no.
Oh.
I prefer all my limbs to stay in one piece and all my tendons to stay attached.
So, go ahead.
The peak era for the Madden Curse was 2002 through 2012. And we'll get into those athletes. But the inaugural athlete was from earlier than that. So just to start to get the thinking juices going for you guys out there.
Yeah, let me actually put that as our banner. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Continue.
I was going to say, so it goes from before then, and I'll start dropping a few tidbits as we go, as you guys are thinking and formulating your answers. Stay off of those phones and do not Google. No Copilot.
They will
no AI.
cheat. They're gonna cheat, but whoever answers it first.
Yes. In 1999, this was the inaugural athlete, and from my research, he did not grace the cover in the U.S. because they still weren't doing that, but overseas. So this curse crossed the ocean as well to really get this thing going, and could quite possibly be the worst injury that ever happened to an athlete who had graced the cover. But there's been all kinds of things. There's been broken bones, dislocations, ACLs. It's even gone as far as degrading performance. There's a couple of cover athletes that we'll talk about that may have been on the cover that never rushed for 1,000 yards again after gracing the cover. We'll get into that and more as you guys file in. Again, who was the inaugural athlete that has been credited for creating the Madden Curse? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We'll continue to banter a little bit more until you guys can file in and formulate some guesses. So,
man, I know I was shocked. Okay,
yes.
I was like rattling my brain because one clue I think we can give, and it doesn't give away much. It just so happens to be the very first time they put an athlete on the cover of the game. So right out of the gates, when they switched from putting John Madden on the cover to one of the NFL players on the cover, right out of the gates.
So maybe we'll flip this around a little bit. How about as people file in, we start talking about the most recent athletes, and then we'll work our way back a little bit.
Oh, okay, very good. Yeah.
So let's talk about the athlete that comes to mind right away. Who was on it? Do you remember who was on last year's cover?
CMC?
Nope. Year before, he jumped over a guy backwards.
Oh, Saquon. Right.
Saquon Barkley was 2026. How was his year this past year?
Mid?
Yeah.
Was it mid?
Right? Mid.
He didn't explode like he did the year prior.
No gruesome injury or anything like that. 2025 he rushed for 2,000 yards. First year with the Eagles just exploded. And last year, let's talk about when the Bears played the Eagles. Were you afraid of Saquon Barkley at that point?
So I was going into the game, but halfway through the game, I'm like, all right, Saquon's not a thing here.
Yeah, Saquon's not Saquoned.
No.
Yeah, and he was that way for the entire year. Quick Google search. Let's see how many yards he rushed for.
Yeah,
I don't think it was horrible, but it wasn't anywhere near what he was the year before. Let's take a look here. 1,140.
1,100
compared
yards.
to 2,000.
2,000.
Which, hey, listen, man, that's a good year for most backs, right? 280 carries, 1,140 yards, 7 TDs. But compare that to the year before.
Right.
2,000 yards just went absolutely bonkers.
So a 50% drop off, essentially.
Yeah.
49% drop off.
Yeah. 2,005 yards that he rushed for. 16 games, 13 touchdowns. So his touchdowns basically cut in half. Averaged 125.3 yards per game and had 2,283 yards from scrimmage.
Yeah.
Not bad. But would you consider the curse that got him? Maybe.
I don't know. Maybe. Or teams just focused on him more on defense. Beat us passing. Maybe the defenses stacked the box. Whatever the case may be, you can't deny the fact that he was on he was on the cover the year prior, and his production was cut to 50
Right.
So there's that. He evaded injury, which is great, but production fell off a cliff. Still, like you said, decent for NFL running back. 1,000 yards. That's what you aim for. You wanted that was a good year, 1,000 years. But for Saquon to have 1,000, that's a down year for Saquon. Let's be honest.
Listen, the offensive line for the most part was intact. I think Lane Johnson ended up missing a few games. They had to change at center as well. After that first year, but yeah, completely uncharacteristic of what we thought Saquon Barkley was going to be with the Eagles.
Yeah,
for sure. So let's talk about the cover athlete from the year before, Christian McCaffrey.
Okay, he was the year before.
Yeah, 2025. The only thing that happened to him is he only missed 13 games in 2024 due to a calf and Achilles injury, fueling the claims that the curse had returned. Because the curse took a little bit of a hiatus.
Okay.
From like 2012 to about 2024, the curse wasn't a thing. But then McCaffrey and Barkley might have rekindled it. And that's why, my friends, we don't want to see this.
No. We don't want this. No.
If Caleb's going to grace the cover, let's be while the curse is in hiatus. It seems like it's just starting to come back right now. So let's hold off. I'll let you take Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes, because we were talking about that before. Yeah. They both graced the covers. They had pretty good results. This was during the curse hiatus.
They won Super Bowls, right? The both of them. Each year they graced the cover, they won Super Bowls. So,
yeah, even though I believe Patrick Mahomes might have missed 2 games with a knee injury, but he did come back, like as said, and won the Super Bowl. Tom Brady in 2018 won NFL MVP, and he led his team to the Super Bowl, even though that they lost that year. So, so while the curse was in its height, let's start with the 2012 athlete. And this name is a blast from the past. One Peyton Hillis.
Yes. Peyton Hillis.
If you guys don't remember who Peyton Hillis was, why don't you give us a quick rundown?
Yeah, he was running. He was halfback, fullback for the Browns. Had an amazing year the year prior. And if we did our research properly, he was chosen for the cover due to a fan vote.
Correct.
So he had a lights out year, although he probably wouldn't have been the big title that EA would have wanted, but they let the fans vote and they voted for him, and had a pitiful year. And then got lost in the sauce, never to really hear from him again. He left the Browns to go play somewhere else for a hot minute, and then we never heard of him again.
Yeah. Had that amazing breakout year, kind of the old
we got our first guest in here.
You're right, brother. He was a running back.
Don't cheat. Don't you
getting
cheat.
Warmer. I'll even give you the year. So think back. For me, it was when I was graduating college back in 1999. But yes, you are on the right track, my friend. So think of, should we give him the team?
Yeah, it didn't help me any.
No. So it was a running back on the San Francisco 49ers from 1999, sir. So start thinking of all those old 49ers running backs. And if you're thinking Roger Craig or Tom Rathman, you're a little bit too early. Those were the late 80s.
Too far back.
Yes.
But here's, I should be doing this as we go.
Yes. The Peyton Hillis.
There we go.
With that iconic face mask. Word has it is that Peyton Hillis did beat out Michael Vick, Michael Vick beat out Peyton Hillis in the popular vote, but at that point in time, Michael Vick was having a little bit of a PR problem, like prison. So,
and the P stands for prison.
Yes. So the rumor was always that EA made a business decision and magically Peyton Hillis graced the cover of Madden 12. So taking you back to your Xbox 360 days.
Yep. Good stuff. All right.
So making our way back from Peyton Hillis.
Yep. Give me the next one.
2007, one Shawn Alexander, running back for the Seahawks, graced the cover after an MVP season. He just so happened to go on and fractured his foot after being on the 2007 cover, which as we'll display for us shortly here. And this is where stuff kind of gets weird, right? Like, he never rushed for 1,000 yards again.
Ever again.
Again. Crazy, huh? Talk about a curse with that.
Or how do you go from top of the league running back to never rushing for 1,000 yards ever again?
Yeah.
But at least evaded any kind of serious injury. But still, nonetheless, it's not just injuries that's the theme. It's overall production. Again, Saquon last year was at 50% his production the year prior, which I guess you can't get 2,000 yards every year. I hear you. But to go from 2,005 rushing yards to 1,100, that's, I mean, hell, get 1,500. Maybe I'm reaching, but yeah, Alexander never rushed for 1,000 yards again after that. Any injuries, though, with that wedge at all?
Just a foot injury. He fractured his foot, broke his foot, and then was never the same again.
Okay. All right. So he did. He did have an injury. I stand corrected.
Yeah. So with that being said, we're skipping over a few people and we're kind of highlighting some of the notables. So as, kind of fill in between 07 and what we're talking about, Mahomes at 20. In Madden 17, you had Rob Gronkowski, who went out with a season-ending back surgery. He missed 6 games, so he was part of the curse. Probably one of the most iconic covers that I can remember. I can still picture this cover to this day, where he's spiking it, right? With the old typical Gronk spike there. Some of these are a little bit of a reach, like in Madden 13, they say Calvin Johnson, he broke the receiving record, but retired early 3 years later. That's a little bit of a reach for a Madden cover. So
you're moving fast.
Yeah. Yep. The old Gronk spike there.
Season-ending back surgery.
Yes. Sorry, Gronk. Which really kind of derailed him for the rest of his career until he took those 2 years off. It seemed like that was the trigger. Oh, you're right, Daniel. Eddie George was not a 49er. He was a Tennessee Titan. So, yes. So, boy,
it's a tough one, man.
Yeah.
It really is. It's a doozy. I was deep in the files. And I couldn't get it. I was stuck between 2 running backs. I could maybe give that as a hint.
Let's do it.
There's only 4 in here. I had said Ricky Waters.
Mm-hmm.
And then I said Frank Gore.
Frank Gore, yes. Yeah.
And I was like, but were those guys on the cover? Nope. Wedge says you're close because it's the running back who was in the middle of those 2.
Yeah.
So there's your clues.
Pretty sure
Ricky Waters, Frank Gore, the guy in the middle.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure he was sandwiched right in between those guys. I mean, Ricky Waters, geez. Remember the hype with him coming out for sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Who was the athlete you said after Gronk? Because were you still going back?
Yeah, Kelvin Johnson.
Oh yeah, Calvin Johnson.
So he wasn't really a curse casualty. He broke the receiving record after being on Madden 13. But, they're reaching a little bit. He mysteriously retired early.
So they're reaching with him a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit there.
Just to keep it alive. Like, they don't have to do that. The resume for the curse speaks for itself. You don't have to make stuff up.
Mm-hmm.
But Madden 13, I believe this was a good Madden. I think I had fun this year with this one.
Yeah.
There you go. I agree with this one. The Lions cursed him, not EA.
That's true, because there is a similar story about Barry Sanders on here as well.
Yes. As we work our way backwards through the history of Madden curses.
I'm pretty sure I know what college this running back played for, but I'm just double checking it.
Where are our carpoolers at?
Okay. So if you need another guess, I was wrong on this university. I thought he played for the U. But this running back played for the University of Georgia.
Yes, because I remember his rookie card. So check this out. Remember when we went to that card store?
Yeah.
What year was this? I don't want to give the year. We can give the year.
Yeah, you can. So he was drafted 3rd overall in the 1993 NFL draft.
Okay, so then I was right about this memory.
Yeah, we were in high school.
So, yeah, I was a freshman for me. Shit. Well, we went to that card store that was downstairs in that dungeon. And I remember seeing the rookie card and wanting it so bad because, number one, he was on like the cover of Beckett. And I was collecting Beckett's and I wanted his rookie card. And I remember black and red uniform he was wearing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Georgia. Okay, that's who he was.
Yeah. I think, Gore obviously was from the U. So, all right. So we doubled back. We covered the stretch in Kelvin Johnson.
Yeah.
What that puts us at Madden 11. One, Drew Brees addressed that cover, was on that cover that year.
Sure is. Yeah.
So Madden 11, that would be him and the Saints. I'm pretty sure he was traded already by then. God, you know what this is just telling me is PS2. My goodness. Yeah. He played through a knee injury that year. Still made it to the playoffs, but they lost in the first round in an upset. So one Mr. Drew Brees. So fell a little bit short after nursing an injury going into the playoffs.
Madden Curse?
Madden Curse? Right. I remember this cover like it was yesterday for Madden 10 because I believe this is one of the first covers that had 2 cover athletes on there. Anybody out there remember who those 2 cover athletes were? One was an offensive player, a wide receiver. The other one was a defensive player. Dan, if you got a guess, throw them out there. If it was an iconic cover, I remember them looking at each other on this cover. So, and everybody was like, whoa, 2 people. OMG. We
never
didn't say
heard
OMG
of
back then. Yeah.
No, we didn't.
Whoa, bro. Yes. Mr. Troy Polamalu and one Larry Fitzgerald. First of all, look at Larry Fitzgerald's helmet. Doesn't that thing look like it's from like the 80s?
It does. It looks very dated.
Mm-hmm.
Very dated.
Oh, not quite, Dan. It was not Charles Woodson, Chuck Wood from U of M. which, by the way, congratulations to the men's basketball champions out of Michigan.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
So this was...
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, you could go.
I was just going to say, so while one of these athletes got out of the season unscathed, the other didn't.
No. So the athlete that made it out was Larry Fitzgerald. He came out mostly unaffected, while Troy Polamalu ended up with an MCL injury and missed and only played 5 games that season.
He only played 5 games.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, but Larry Fitzgerald, man, I don't think he missed 5 games in his entire career. That dude was built like a tank.
Oh, man. So,
this
all right.
Next cover just brings a little joy to my heart.
Oh,
the
gosh.
Madden 09 cover. What was happening in 09? Do you recall with one famous Packers quarterback that wore the number 4?
Huh.
Was there a little bit of controversy around old Mr. Brett Favre?
What was it this time?
Well, as you pull up that cover, a quick hint is that his cover team that he is representing was not the team that he played for that year. He played for the Jets.
That's very good. That is very good because look at, this is the cover that pulls up for me. Split out. Didn't even play for the Green Bay Packers that year. He went to the Jets.
And unfortunately for Bears fans, it ushered in one Aaron Rodgers into the next great Packers quarterbacks that they were so luckily blessed with for years upon years. But Mr. Favre, after he didn't really force his way out of the Packers. He was basically told, we don't want you back after he retired, then ended up signing with the Jets. During that season, he tore one of his bicep tendons, but still played through it because that dude was one tough son of a bitch.
He's a tough some bitch.
Yeah. But the Jets missed the playoffs after an 8-3 start. They just ended up tanking. And then I'm pretty sure that is when he ushered out and then ended up going to the Vikings. He only played for the Jets 1 year, right? If I remember correctly.
Yeah, that was happened so fast.
Yeah.
That I would probably think that's what happened to him.
2 at the most. But yeah, I think after that, he went to retire and then came out of retirement and then ended up playing for the Vikings, which he had one of his best years of his career after that first year with the Vikings, if I remember correctly. All right. So the last athlete before we get caught up to where we were with Shawn Alexander, one Vince Young on Madden 08. You have a few comments on Mr. Young and how deserving he was of that cover.
You know, I said it like when he was awarded the cover. We're giving it to Vince Young. What? Why? Why would you give it to Vince Young? He didn't do anything. He hasn't done anything.
He haven't proved a damn thing in the NFL. Now he had a pretty successful college career. That's for sure.
Right. Yeah, you had mentioned that, right? That he won this title or cover position just on his merit from his play in college. That's it. Because when he got to the NFL, it was as though he didn't know how to play football anymore.
Yeah. So you had that iconic game of him playing at Texas versus Matt Leinart at USC, which can be debated as one of the best all-time college football games ever. That game was epic. But yeah, so if you remember, sports fans, it was a little bit different than it is now. So part of the negotiations with the players union is that rookies have structured contracts, and first rounds can be signed for 5 years and second rounds were for 4 years. That's the system we know today. Back then, does Sam Bradford ring a bell? Vince Young falls into this category. You negotiated contracts to where these rookies were signing like 3 or 4 year deals upwards towards 40 million for 3 or 4 years, and they've never thrown a pass in the NFL.
Yeah.
And back then, 3, 4, 5 million a year was unheard of. That's the equivalent of the $50 million contract today.
Right.
And what happened to Mr. Vince Young? Ended up getting quadriceps strains and lost his starting job, and then went into the QB doldrums. Right? He went to the gulag and never made it out.
Yep. They might have just preemptively put him on the cover too soon.
Yeah. Back then, I think they kind of did those type of things. I remember he was on the preseason squad for the Packers and ended up getting cut. And then I think that was the last we ever heard of old Vince Young.
Oh, boy.
In 2007, we talked about Shawn Alexander with that foot injury, never to rush for 1,000 yards again. And the year before that, maybe Mr. Chunky Soup himself in Madden 06, the one who donned the cover won Donovan McNabb from
Mount Carmel, Chicago's very own.
Exactly. I remember thinking, oh, man, you know what? We should go watch this guy. He was from our backyard, Chicago area kid. What happened to Mr. Donovan McNabb?
What happened to him that year, Wedge? Tell us.
Season-ending sports hernia. And then do you remember that little feud that he had with T.O.?
Yep.
On how he didn't like his conditioning or his commitment or preparation for the game. Yeah, that got really ugly really quick. Poor Donovan McNabb.
You know, I didn't like his attitude on the field either, I have to say, because you'd see him in big moments and he'd like throw an interception and he comes off the field smiling like, oh, shucks. Like, you fucking Jay Cutler not giving a shit attitude. Like, and he wasn't even on my team, but I'm like, oh, if that was my quarterback, I'd be pissed.
Yeah.
I'd be smiling when he throw an interception.
That was under Andy Reid, too. I'm a little surprised that flew. Yeah. But, you know, kind of thinking back to some of those teams, I don't really remember a whole lot of big personalities on that team. And if Donovan McNabb is one of the bigger ones, that's just nothing there, unfortunately. Yeah. So, all right. Madden 2005. We had one Mr. Ray, I didn't do it, Lewis.
Smoking gun
Lewis. Gracing the Madden 2005 cover. So, old Ray, he ended up breaking his wrist that year, and it was his first season with 0 interceptions, which for a linebacker is that really a huge deal?
Nah.
I don't know. So kind of minor on the old Madden scale of curse injuries on that.
Kind of minor. Broken wrist comes with the territory of playing middle linebacker in the NFL, especially as violently as he played the position. You know, broken wrist. He got out light.
Yeah. Man, that was a young-looking Ray Lewis. Holy cow. Seeing some of these cover athletes in their prime, and you're just like, holy cow. I feel like he didn't stop playing all that long ago. Ooh. So this next one.
Yeah, here's a big one.
One of the bigger hits in the Madden Curse situations here. Madden 2004. 1 Michael Vick. What happened to him that year? He broke his damn leg. Missed 11 games as he was quite possibly working his way to be the face of the NFL. And then after that, it just kind of went sideways for him for a while.
Really did. I mean, so that season, right, he, like you say, he breaks his leg, and then he starts getting caught up in all this off the field stuff, some kind of ugly stuff if you're a dog lover.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like, ooh, boy.
But you have 2 of them on this show, so.
Mm-hmm. Oh, boy. You know, and then they sit him down for a year or 2 in the big house.
Yeah. The Hooskow. Old Iron Bar City. Right?
Yeah. Yeah. Resident you.
Yes.
Yeah. But, you know, he bounced back pretty good, I will say.
He did. He ended up having a pretty good career, but he also bounced around. But he had a pretty good run with the Eagles when he came back.
Yeah.
Did he play anywhere after the Eagles?
Tiny resurgence with the Steelers.
Yes. Okay. Yep. Yes.
Yeah.
This next one saddens me because this Madden Curse took down possibly one of the all-time great running backs in our era, at least. In 2003, 1 greatest show on turf, cover athlete, Marshall Faulk, Hall of Famer. Leading up to this cover, Marshall was probably the best, and maybe probably is not the right word. He was the best dual threat running back that the NFL has ever seen.
Yeah.
Just rushing for 1,000. I believe he had 1,000 yards receiving one year.
Yes, he did.
Just one of the most dynamic backs that we have seen in our era, and really brought the greatest show on turf to where it was, right? You still had Isaac Bruce and Torrey Holt and them, but Marshall Faulk played a huge part in the greatest show on turf.
To have a weapon like that out of the backfield was in that era, or even still true today. You just, you know what kind of stress that causes a defense. The guy rushed for 1,000 yards and received for 1,000 yards. That is a problem. And what happened to him? What happened to him here?
With old Marshall Faulk, he ended up having an ankle injury after gracing the cover of this, and he fell into that Shawn Alexander mold where he never reached 1,000 yards rushing again. So the curse was legit.
Christopher, what's up, my good man? Here we go. They're rolling in. They're rolling in.
Big Mike. Ben Johnson and the Iceman. I ain't afraid of this fucking cover. Maybe you should. All right.
Yeah,
as we have
down the Big Mike, we're going down the history of this to try to let you know maybe let's not fuck the cover.
So as you guys have joined us, we got a couple new people. A little bit of homework as you're reading on the banner below. Who was the very first cover athlete for Madden to set the tone for the curse? So far, the clues that we gave out was he was from the University of Georgia. And, I mean, we gave out the name earlier, but I don't think they heard it. So, yeah, we gave out the name, didn't we? No, we didn't. Okay. University of Georgia, and he graced the cover in 1999. And he was a San Francisco 49er running back. Those were the clues that we have given out so far. And we are quickly making our way to them. No, it was not Brett Favre. Though he was on the cover, we covered him already. He was on 09. So, but Marshall Faulk, one of the toughest Madden Curse recipients, I think that we have seen. He's right up there, probably in the top 3, which was a shame. So, moving on, 2002. This name will jog the memories of some of our fellow NFC North team followers. Mm-hmm. In Madden 2002, we had none other than Dante Culpepper.
Bam.
What type of season did he have before he graced the cover of Madden 2002? He went off. Him, Randy Moss, and Chris Carter was still on those teams where he just went absolutely bonkers, right?
We got 2 Frank Gore guesses. That was my guess, y'all. I guessed that too. No, this is predates Frank Gore.
Mm-hmm. Frank Gore was from the U, by the way. So, University of Georgia running back. Entered the NFL draft, what do we say, 1993?
1993.
So, but yes, one Dante Culpepper quickly got derailed from the Madden Curse. What happened to Dante Culpepper the year after? We ding, winner, chicken dinner.
Wow, hen rock.
Garrison Hurst is correct. Big hen, buddy, good pull. And we will get to him. Probably the most gruesome injury in the Madden Curse history. He's the one who started it all, and we will get to him in just a few minutes. So, nice pull, Big Hen. Nice pull, buddy.
Nice.
All right, so one Dante Culpepper, after he graced the cover of Madden 2002, what did his next season look like? Well, in 11 games, he managed to throw 13 interceptions and then ended up with a season-ending back and knee injury. So, sorry, Dante Culpepper. that was a quality pull.
Or were you pulling from the memories of, because like I was, Wedge and I were saying, like we played all these Maddens up until like the last 5-10 years, because Madden kind of EA sucks now. But all those years, Madden was great. And every year I know me and you, Henrock, we're at midnight releases, getting Madden at midnight at GameStop or what was it, Funko Land, wherever the hell we could get our video games.
Yeah. EB Games before it was GameStop.
Yes.
The electronic boutique. Yeah.
For their midnight releases. Can't wait to play the damn game. And so we know these cover athletes, and then we've all seen the patterns of soon as they grace the cover, they have a terrible season. See, you guys rode again together, except this time you guys picked up Henrock this time.
Yeah.
You guys carpooled here. Where's
Create?
Is he bringing in the beer? Is that what he's outside still bringing the beer in? What's up, Romy?
He's lighting the grill.
You just got done getting an MRI on your knee. What, were you on the cover of Madden last year? Because that's what we're covering. we're covering the all the Madden, because let me preface all this, because right now what's going on Twitter is like there's all these mock covers of Caleb on the cover of Madden 27 coming up, and then one of those Kashali, I don't know what the betting app is. They have Caleb as the front runner to be the cover athlete this year for Madden. And so you can look at this one of two ways. You can look at it as a curse and say, get my quarterback off of this cover right now, immediately. Get my quarterback off that cover. Or can this be a sign of the Bears, again, changing momentum of the kid's getting his shine right now, okay? He's shining. And all the league and everybody's noticing, and EA wants to put him on the cover. Because there have been players to Tom Brady. Tom Brady made it to a Super Bowl with no injuries the year he was on the cover. Patrick Mahomes, although missing 2 games for like a strained ankle, won a Super Bowl the year he was on his cover. So there are some outliers where athletes can be not affected by the Madden Curse. But as we're going year by year down these, it's not looking good.
Yeah. We are in the height of true Madden Curse. There was a pretty brutal run, and we're getting to the beginning of when that run started.
Yep.
It's been anything from blown ligaments to broken bones to all of a sudden they just fade into existence. See one Peyton Hillis, one Shawn Alexander, and the one we just covered, one Marshall Faulk after being on the cover of Madden, never rushed for 1,000 yards again. So,
Christopher Matthew Stafford. What?
Yeah.
Big Mike, a Bears QB on the cover. I repeat, a Bears QB on the cover is a curse breaker. We made it, boys. You might
be onto something.
So Big Mike's thinking how Ez is thinking. Because I was, as Wedge posted on the top of the show, for some reason, we're doing a role reversals because, I'm always half glass empty guy. And Wedge is Mr. Optimist. It's not tonight.
No.
I'm Mr. Optimist, and Wedge is like, no. Get my fucking quarterback off that cover right now.
I'm with Romy on this one. No. Do not, Caleb, say no. You make enough money. You don't need media appearances. Listen, I'm happy for the kid that he could be in the running for this thing, right? But please, no.
But look at what the kid's taking on, though.
Mm-hmm.
Where I'll make cases as we go through the years. The kid, he got drafted by the Bears, where quarterbacks go to die.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, no, not me. I'm going to go to that franchise and turn this whole shit around. So far, so good.
Right.
So this could just be another fucking little notch in his belt of like Madden Curse? Fuck a Madden Curse. I'm Caleb Williams, bitch.
Yeah. No curse can touch me. Romy, hold that thought, because the second part after this segment, we are going to talk about all the rumors. Dexter Lawrence, Tyreek Hill, every other damn person who's out there that the Bears are connected to, which is pretty much everybody. But hold that thought. We will get to that. So as we're wrapping up the Madden curses and we're working our way down to Garrison Hurst, which we only have a few cover athletes left, we will transition over to there and let's talk about some rumors, right? We'll definitely do that.
Ooh,
all right. So 2001, after Dante Culpepper, we have one Eddie George, Tennessee Titan. Old Eddie George, the stalwart from Ohio State. So I never really liked you. Just keeping it real, Eddie. But what happened to Eddie George after he graced the cover? Oh, nothing. He just had a playoff losing fumble and then career low stats the very next year. So sorry, Eddie George.
So let's talk about that playoff fumble. Was it against Ray Lewis?
I believe you are correct.
Because let me share a memory with everybody. Let me pull this up. I should pull it up on YouTube too, because I had the memory stuck in my head and I needed to watch it again, a replay. Ray Lewis ended his career.
Mm-hmm.
Ray Lewis, and Eddie George was a hard runner.
Yeah.
He was like a Roger Craig, right? Yeah. He was like a Roger Craig type. And Ray Lewis hit him so fucking hard, and he didn't ever run the same ever again after that. Ever again. I mean, he smacked his ass.
I could see this too. Could we see a two-cover athlete this year? Maybe a Caleb Williams and a Myles Garrett? Changing of the guard? I don't
Somebody
know.
mocked a cover with 4 quarterbacks. It was Jaden Daniels, Drake May, Caleb Williams, and who's the fourth
Bo
one?
Nix, I'm guessing.
Bo Nix.
From the same draft, yeah.
Yeah, let's fuck up all 4 kids' get careers.
Let's just take what could be the best QB draft ever, though the one with Elway and those guys would be pretty tough to beat. But it would be the modern version of that, yes, and just dangle a black cloud over them. Thank you. So,
So Eddie George, oh boy. All right. What happened to Eddie George? Oh, he just had a huge
playoff
drop
losing
off.
fumble and career low stats the very next year.
All right.
All right, so this player I know is near and dear to your heart. On the cover of Madden 2000, we had one Detroit Lion, Barry Sanders.
Oh, because it was called what, Madden 25 then?
Was it an anniversary year? It might have been. I don't think so, because that would have put the first Madden at 75, and I think the first Madden was in 88.
Yeah,
So,
89. So that's 25 years. Hold on, I'll pull it up. I got it.
89 to 2000?
To 2014. That's the way Madden put it. That's
okay. It looks like he also graced the cover in Madden 2000. So that might have been. Wasn't that also the one that they put Adrian Peterson on too, on the anniversary edition? Like they had a couple different ones.
Yeah, because they screwed up the count here. I've got a Green Bay fucking Packer. It's pulling up. Or Madden himself.
Interesting. Maybe Google be lying.
Google be lying. Wikipedia. This is Wikipedia's Madden 2000. Here, let me pull it.
Beats by Ray was the greatest fantasy football name of all time. Okay. Maybe it was another one of those things, because the Garrison Hurst one was an overseas one as well. Christopher is saying he thinks Barry Sanders is the greatest running back of all time.
Agreed.
I can't sit there and totally disagree with you. I mean, I have a slightly different one. I'm in the Walter Payton camp, but those are definitely 1A, 1B for me.
1A, 1B. There. Thank you for clarifying. I'm in that boat.
Yes.
Yeah, it's 1A, 1B. Different running styles, different era. Just as nasty again, but with different running styles. Well, Peyton had every running style. Peyton wanted to fucking lower his shoulder, he'd crack you one. If he wanted to beat you to the edge, he'll beat you to the edge. But mostly he'll just lower his shoulder and just
run through you, break 3 tackles at once.
Right through your ass.
Yeah, step on your face as he's going.
Yeah. And then also Peyton I shouldn't say probably, better out of the backfield than Barry Sanders was. Barry kind of had stone hands. I remember calling him back in the day. Stone hands. Peyton had beautiful baby soft hands.
Yeah.
Just catch that ball. And
do you still have that Barry Sanders rookie card in the slab? No. Okay. Sorry, I won't bring it up again.
I mean, dude, I had all his rookie cards. All of them. From every different card maker, foil, 3D embossed, you name it, I had it. And I'll tell you what, too. In my box set that my stepmom had, she held all my stuff. There was this card, his Rookie of the Year card with Pro Set, sold for $40-something thousand. I'm like, I have 8 of those. I have 8 of them in a box somewhere. Somebody has them right now, because I'm sure my stepmom gave them to some nephew or something or other. Yeah, that kid's sitting on $220,000 right now. He doesn't know it.
Shh, don't be watching this show. Well, if you are, let us know.
I want my cards back.
Yeah, I'll be there in 2.5 hours to pick those up on behalf.
I want my cards back.
I'll have to flip through my old binder, man. I remember I had a Jerome Bettis rookie card when he was with the Rams, where the background was grayed out, and he was in with the Rams helmet and stuff in color. Ooh. So I know I have that one laying around somewhere. Do I know where it's at? I don't know. I have to go through my Foot Locker from when I was a kid. I still have that little red book that you gave me with the card sleeves in there of all my Derek Thomas cards. So
nice.
And the missus, not this Christmas, but the past Christmas, actually bought me a signed Derek Thomas card as well. So I now have that in my collection.
Wow.
Yeah. So she just gets me.
Yeah, I'd say. And Christopher, don't do this here.
No.
That is blasphemy, sir, and will not be tolerated in these chats. We tolerate a lot of shit in here, but that will not be tolerated.
Opinions are like assholes. Everybody has one. I get it. But yours in this case, sir, I feel pretty good to say is wrong.
Eric Dickerson was better than Walter Payton.
Big Mike. Chris done lost his fucking mind. Where's Learn when we need him? Oh, Chris Burr, troll in the chat.
See, you two, I'm starting to think that you two are the same person. Because you two are the two I never see in the chats at the same time. Because, Chris, you haven't been around the last couple shows. You didn't come to the Book of Ezra shows like you said you were gonna. And Learn was there, and he was waiting for you. And you didn't show. And then now you're here at tonight's show, and Learn's not here. I'm starting to think you two are the same guy.
That's his alter ego. That's like Kevin Durant's burner account.
Did you guys were you guys here for the last show? As a matter of fact, I'm sorry, Wedge, because it was like the first thing I had to say to a couple people since our last show. Did you guys know Don Burr was here at the end of our last show? Were you guys here for that? Did you guys see Don Burr was in our chat? Craziness. All right, absolute crazy. Can we unsubscribe, Chris? We can boot him from the chat. We could give timeouts.
Yes. You are on a timeout.
But we need all the subscribers we can get right now, Henrock. Okay, the next big milestone's 500. At 500, we can put polls in the chats. Polls. All right? Polls, man.
As in Ryan Polls? He'll be in our chat? As in
Ryan Polls, yeah.
Okay.
You know what I was thinking, too? That was because I think all day as I'm driving. I think we're going to start an Everything Bear Show Discord because it's just us, our subscribers, and us in the chat. And like during the week, our subscribers can be like, hey, did you see this? Hey, did you see that? Just send all the links to everything. And then, I mean, basically it does our prep for us for the show.
Right. That's what I was thinking. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Go
ahead.
I was going to say, I think that would be pretty handy, especially for the draft coming up. Hey, have you heard this player's rise and this one's falling? Which, by the way, gentlemen, that draft, 15 days away? No, 14 days away. No, it's 15. It's 23rd. Yeah, so the 2-week countdown is almost here. I can't wait.
No. Live draft party. Live watch draft party, boys. Be here.
So let's wrap this Madden topic up here with the inaugural cover athlete. Now, to preface this athlete, I do not believe was on the U.S. version. It was on the overseas version. And that athlete, as guessed correctly by Big Hen, was none other than Garrison Hurst. And if you guys can remember what happened to Garrison Hurst that started the Madden Curse, he only had a horrific ankle injury in which his bone was not giving enough blood and his bone was basically disintegrating from necrosis. That's how serious this guy's injury was back in the day. So probably the most gruesome one. I think he had to have several surgeries and had to rehab. I think he was out of football for 2 to 3 years before he came back. He did manage to make his way back, and he did have a couple good years after that. But boy, that Madden curse hit him hard. And he, my friend, is the reason why we are talking about the curse today.
And why it's such a big concern to keep our quarterback off that damn cover.
Thanks for joining us again, Dan. You have a good night, sir. All right. So, Romy, if your wife has a dream that you're cheating on her, then go cheat on her because your job is to make all of her dreams come true.
How can you argue with that?
Big Mike, that was probably due to the San Francisco power plants. We've talked about that on the show, haven't we?
We did, yeah.
The conspiracy with the power plants and the currents running through their field. The 49ers finally are looking into it, and they're going to have all their scientific people. I bet you they move that practice field. Probably. If nothing else, you get the bad juju out with what happened to them over the last few years between Christian McCaffrey, Fred Warner, Greenlaw, etc., etc.
Kittle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Christopher wants the Iceman on it. We know one quarterback who's not going to be on that, and that's overrated Dak Prescott.
No. He just gets injured without having to be put on any covers.
Yeah. Probably one of the greatest regular season quarterbacks of all time. But
I forgot we could put him up on the screen too.
Unfortunately, if you want to make your name, like Caleb Williams said, you make your money in the regular season, you make your legacy in the playoffs. And Caleb Williams' legacy is just starting.
Indeed. Indeed. Well, what is it? Walk without shoes because the rubber soles on your shoes prevent the natural healing touching ground. Like grounding. Grounding's important. Go outside with your bare feet and touch grass with your feet and do some grounding.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, now who was the college athlete out of Miami? Because I will sometimes confuse. This is Garrison Hurst with the other running back who in college kid was a beast, but he got hit in the knee and his leg hyperextended gruesomely.
Yeah. Playing against Ohio State.
Who was that? And then he ended up getting healthy. It took him a couple years, but he did okay in the NFL.
Willis McGahee.
There you go. Yes. 1,000 points wedge. Willis McGahee.
As I was Googling it, all of a sudden it just went bing.
That was a gruesome hyperextension in college. Ugh.
And he was going to be a top 3 pick. I think he ended up sliding in that. And then, he had an okay career, but probably not what it could have been. Speaking of other guys who've kind of suffered from similar things, what about Todd Gurley?
Oh, yeah, huh?
Yeah, like he came out, was on fire, and then started having that degenerative knee stuff going on, and he just faded into oblivion. Just
what was he on the cover too?
No, I don't think so. I think he would have been on one because he was definitely trending in the right direction. So,
oh God, Antonio Brown was.
Yes. Yeah, he was on there. What happened to him? Oh, he just completely lost his mind. Ended up getting frostbite on his feet when he went to the Raiders, and then had the whole helmet fiasco, and then just walked off in the middle of a game when he was playing with the Bucs.
Yeah. Then fighting with his wife and having the cops called on him. Yeah. And then now he stole somebody's gun and got attempted murder charge because he shot at somebody with his own gun. And what a hot mess that guy, boy.
Yeah.
Hot mess.
Yeah, it was not good. Not good to say the least. So. Big Mike.
Big Mike, yeah.
Would have been killer. Have you watched those documentaries on Aaron Hernandez? That dude was fucked up.
Yeah, he's weird. He was weird. I know Wes Welker talked about like motherfuckers didn't want to be in the locker even next to him.
Yeah.
You know, like, wow, that's fucked up.
Mm-hmm. The dude was just, he was half a bubble off the level, man. So if you have a chance, I'm trying to remember where that documentary was, if it was like an HBO thing or a Netflix thing.
Netflix, I think.
Netflix had the court case one, but they did like a reenactment type of one with an actor.
Docudrama. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was pretty good, actually. And if half of that stuff was real, that dude was a straight psycho. Like, there were signs.
So, yeah, there were signs because, like, a lot of locker room interviews that he had with reporters, he was fucking, like, threatening them. Like, what the fuck you say to me? Like, you know, and they're just like, I'm just a reporter asking questions. Why don't you relax? But what did he do, actually? He snapped in, like, his sister's boyfriend. His sister's boyfriend beat her, and so he killed him and his buddy or something.
Killed, like, a guy that he got in a fight in a club with type of thing. So he had multiple bodies on him, man. So...
Okay. All right.
Yeah, the dude was yeah.
And then Henrock, Urlacher was on a 2K cover. And then Devin, I don't think he ever made a cover.
I don't think so either. Urlacher, that 2K cover, I'm pretty sure I had that for Dreamcast. That was a great little system.
I'll see if I can pull it up. Let's see.
Favre? No, I don't think so. There was a couple years where, like, you could print your custom cover for Madden. Like, they had different templates that you could pull.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
So here's Urlacher right here on the 2K. He was on 2K. But no Devin Hester, though.
Yeah.
He could have been.
All right. Anything else you guys want to talk about on the Madden Curse before we go on to the rumors?
Well, you guys, we got some of you in the chats and you guys are talking. Yes or no? Type F in the chat if you want. No. If you're like, fuck the Madden cover for Caleb, or give us a bear down or a thumbs up on the video if you're like, yes, let's get Caleb on the cover.
So Christopher was saying that Hernandez was smarter than we thought with what he did. So his dad got the NFL money so that his daughter was able to get the money. So
he knew what he was doing.
Yeah. So even though that Hernandez was married, kids, I don't think he ever married the chick, but read it. He just caught the punchline on that Romy joke. Yeah. But he was part of the alphabet community as well. So he was playing.
Hernandez was?
Yeah, he was playing both sides of the field, so to speak.
He was a switch hitter.
Yes, exactly. So
I did not know that.
That was like one of the big secrets that he had. So I guess like a personal trainer was one of his lovers. And
spicy.
Yeah. It's a lot of interesting stuff, man. Go out and search out that docudrama. It's, I'm sure there's some poetic license, as they like to say in the biz, but a lot of that is rooted in fact. So.
All right, so we got a bear down from Big Mike, which means he's like, hell yeah, put Caleb on that cover.
Mm-hmm.
You know
I'm
what?
a no-go.
Wedge is a no-go. I'm against my better judgment. I like the clout of having a Bears quarterback on the cover. So I'm like, do it. I think Caleb and Ben Johnson are curse breakers. They're like Morpheus and Neo. I swear it. They're recoding. They're recoding the Matrix. So this is just another one of those things that they're going to have to recode, that the Madden Curse is no more. Caleb will be a nice, healthy 18 games, 17 games, 4,000-yard passer, and a little bit of a deeper playoff run this year.
I tell you what, man, I'll meet you halfway. Put Caleb on the cover the year after he wins the Super Bowl. I'm good with that.
Because then you're like, we did the thing.
Yeah.
We did it.
We're good for a few years. Yeah. So I would be disappointed if it looked like we had a chance to repeat or, do a dynasty, but at least we got the one. We reset the clock.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Come on, y'all. 7 y'all. Let's go. Where you at? Caleb on the cover? No Caleb on the cover. Are you for it, against it? Come on. We got Big Mike's the only one who chimed in.
While you're responding, Christopher's chiming in. He was appealing the verdict, which made him an innocent man at the time, and he committed suicide, so the case was never resolved, and that state found him innocent because of the appeal. So, yeah,
Christopher's another one who said, go ahead and put him on the cover.
Yeah.
Because he wants to leave it to chance. He's for it. Like, a little Caleb, maybe a little twist, a little tweak, a little soft tissue or something.
No Madden cover, no Chunky Soup commercials. We didn't even get into Chunky Soup.
We haven't got
that one's not nearly as bad as what the Madden Curse was.
But, Chris, it doesn't even matter. We don't even play you guys this year.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we won't see each other in the playoffs. Trust me. No, I don't know. Dallas could be good. I don't know. Because what, Dallas is going to go after an edge rusher? Is that what they're going to do before season starts?
Of course. The Bears and Dallas are mirroring each other at this point. It seems like whoever the Bears are interested in, Dallas is interested in, vice versa. So.
Henrock says he's good with the cover after the Super Bowl win. So he's with you, Wedge.
We're on the same wavelength there, Big Hand, for sure. How come Dak never made the Madden cover? Is it because he can't make it through a regular season or what?
That, and I think you have to be good to be on the cover. It's basic requirements.
Walked right into it. I love it. Thank you. Yes, Donovan.
McNabb. Yeah, we covered them. If you guys like later and you're on a long drive or don't have nothing to do, start the show over from the top, and we just went right on down the line.
Donovan McNabb, to recap, he had a season-ending sports hernia, and then that was also the year that the whole T.O. feud just exploded.
Where did McNabb go after Philly? Washington?
Yeah, I think he spent a stint there.
And was that it for him after that?
I don't remember him anywhere else.
Chicago's very own Donovan McNabb.
Wasn't there a rumor at some point during the height of that the Bears were looking at him?
I would hope so. I hope they would have looked at him. I mean, hometown kid, played at Mount Carmel. Yeah, bring him home. They should have made a phone call or two, but the owners are cheap and they don't want to pay anybody, so they were like, nah, we're not paying that.
He ended his career with the Vikings. Now that I read that, I do remember that.
I do remember that.
Yes. So 2011 was his last year.
Oh, okay.
Always in the top 5 in every stat. You can't say. I'm not saying Dak isn't a good regular season quarterback.
He's the Black Kirk Cousins.
You like that? Romy, do we have a choice? The chat is yours, my friend, and it is up and rolling.
Romy, do we have a choice?
All right, so as Romy's gonna bless us with this joke, let's move on to some of the rumors. Let's go where Big Mike was talking, wasn't he? So Big Mike was talking Hill, Tyreek.
Oh yeah, somebody had brought up the Tyreek Hill rumors.
There were 3 tampons at the bar. Why weren't anyone talking to them? And then you guys can read the punchline.
Because they were stuck up C words.
Mm-hmm. They were stuck up. See you next Tuesdays.
See you next Tuesdays.
Yes.
But didn't we cover the Tyreek thing last show or no? Or do you mean you
maybe
just talk about that off
a couple
air?
shows ago that listen, man, the Bears are tied to pretty much every rumor. Tyreek Hill, what's your 2 cents here?
It's a hard pass for me. It's a big no from me. A couple reasons. We don't have the money to pay you. Not to say that he's a locker room cancer, because I'm not sure he is.
Mm-hmm.
We don't look, our wide receiver room, man. We're good. I do agree. Will he make our team better? Yeah, it's Tyreek Hill. Even a cheetah that's lost a step, because he has. Let's face it.
Mm-hmm.
But he still would help a team. Just he's not going to help my team. I'm not interested. I don't want to pay what it's going to take to get you here. And our wide receiver room, man, it's really blossoming into a thing. I don't know. And so, no.
I'm thinking if you were to look for somebody like that, I think maybe a Deebo Samuel might be like a better fit.
Yeah.
I can see where a piece like that would be very intriguing to Ben Johnson, because he would have him do a million things, kind of like what he was doing in San Francisco.
Right.
Jet sweeps, screens, the whole gamut. I don't think Washington really, they tried to use him like that, but I don't know, it just wasn't that effective. Tyreek's injury really scares me for somebody whose game is built on speed. When you have a dislocated ankle, knee, and kneecap, how does that not make you lose a step? He's not the youngest player in the world. He's not a young Tyreek anymore, but
no.
Yeah.
I'm not sure he'd be a good fit, honestly. I mean, I don't know him in the locker room, but I know he's a little bit of a headache, ain't he?
I mean, he's got all those damn kids.
That's all right. He got all them damn kids.
Yeah. The daycares would be happy in Chicago. It'd be full.
Yes.
So,
yeah. I don't think he would be a good fit financially. Not a good fit. I think we're good without him. Now, the other rumor, on the other hand, we could use. Who's the other guy in the rumor mill?
Snacks.
Dexter. Snacks. Who's that? Dexter Lawrence?
Dexter Lawrence from the Giants. Which I'm sure the Cowboys are going to be linked to. That's about as close to Cowboy shit as we're going to be talking about, Chris. Okay. Packers, possible destination there.
Yeah.
Listening to local sports radio. This one's intriguing to me. And this one I would like to have a little bit more in-depth conversation about, because I think he's 28 or 29, coming off of quote unquote his worst year, which his worst year still ranked him as the 7th best defensive tackle in the league.
Damn.
So he had half a sack compared to the previous 2 or 3. I think he was around 8 one year, 7 another. Pressure rate was off the charts. Good run stuffer. So the question is, would you rather have somebody like Caden McDonald out of this draft, or would you rather have Dexter Lawrence? And that's almost what this comes down to. So let me throw out a couple possible trade scenarios that I've been seeing as well. Okay. Dexter Lawrence for your 25 and possibly a 2nd or 3rd round pick. I've seen Dexter Lawrence for 25, maybe a Jervon Dexter, and a 3rd or 4th in 2027.
Oof.
I've also heard Dexter Lawrence for 25, Dexter Lawrence and the Giants 2nd round pick, which I think is like 37, for 25 and 57 and 60. If you were Ryan Poles, and let's go with that last scenario, right? Because that's probably the most complex one. Dexter Lawrence and pick 37 from the Giants. And if somebody wants to fact check me on that pick number, please do so. It's right around there. It's early second for 25, 57, and 60. Would you do that?
It's 28. Yeah, I'm kind of with Big Mike here. Like I just want to go younger. That's a hefty price for a guy 28 years old, and I know that some defensive linemen can go a bit long in the tooth. They can.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, if we're talking about sustainable success and building through the draft, I'm moving all those assets to New York, giving them to the Giants for Dexter Lawrence. That's a tough sell for me. Make a case? Are you going to make a case?
Yeah. Let me throw a scenario out to you, right? All right. So 37. Who's probably going to be there at 37? Zion Young. Right? There, you're reading my mind, okay? Do you want Dexter Lawrence? And let's play the game, right? If I were to say, as we're going to go into this draft, knowing that we have Dexter Lawrence and we're going to get Zion Young, and we're giving up our 25 and our 2 second-round picks, would you do that? If I were to say, I can guarantee we get Zion Young.
So we get Dexter Lawrence and are guaranteed we're going to get Zion Young. But we gave up 25, our first 3 picks, right? Essentially. Mm-hmm.
What's the next pick after that? 89, I think.
It's 89.
Yeah. In the third.
Yep.
So that means.
So, go ahead. Yeah.
You're looking at one of the later round safeties. So maybe like a Ramsey.
So you beat me to it. So we'll get a later round safety, or we could say goodbye to a left tackle then too, if that was on the table. No left tackle.
Mm-hmm.
Because at 25, I am still thinking that is a wild card pick for us at 25. That could be anything. You can't put anything off the table. Like that, it could be safety we could draft there. It could be a defensive edge. It could be that left tackle that's highly touted. One of the guys we brought in for our top 30. See, Big Mike. Romy says, give the 25 for him, and that's it. Big Mike says, but there goes that left tackle or center at 25, Ben Watts. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, that's it's definitely making me think about it, but I think I'd still have to pass.
So
even with getting Zion Young and getting Dexter Lawrence, although that's a great addition to our defensive line, I feel we're just going to miss out on that other piece that we need, because come round 3, I mean, I don't want to say it's a huge talent drop off, but this is next tier guys in the 3rd round that may not be starter pieces. They'll be rotational pieces, while 25 and the 2 second rounders could all be possible starters that we need. I don't know.
Let me hit you with some stats from 2023, 2024, and then this last year. Okay. So in 2023 was probably his breakout year. Overall PFF grade, 92.9, number 1 for interior defenders. Pass rush grade, 92.6, had a total of 65 pressures, tied for 4th among interior linemen. Did we have 65 pressures for our whole freaking team this year?
Probably all year, no.
Right? Run defense grade, 89.5, number 3 for interior defensemen. Okay. So, with that being said, what did his 2024 look like? Let me pull it up because I backed up one too many screens.
So he was consistently causing pressure up the middle.
An interior lineman.
Big sack totals.
Yeah.
Like, because you really, I'm not really looking for big sack totals from an interior guy. I just want you to be in the quarterback's face all day.
Right. So with Lawrence, you get the best of both worlds. So in 2024, 89.9 overall PFF grade, had a career high 9 sacks.
Wow.
Pressure stats continue to lead interior defenders and pressures from the nose tackle position. So this dude was a straight up beast. Last year, the sack production dropped to half a sack, but still graded out as one of the better run defenders. And like I said, 7th overall for defensive linemen in the PFF grades on a horrible Giants team. So that's the argument there. And I sat there and I thought about this for a little bit. If you could, I would be there with that, right? This is the D tackle that we would hope like a Caden McDonald would be, who's already doing it. So it's the old proven commodity versus young talent.
Yeah. If
you were to make a move like this, you have to do it in one. Yes, he does have sweet dance moves. You would have to do it before the Caleb contract comes to fruition, right? If you're this guy's probably gonna make 25 to 28 million a year if you end up trading for him. So you're gonna have to clear money. I think if you think about it, what were we saying that the Max Crosby deal would take? A 1 and possibly a 2. This is the same type of situation. So this is the quote-unquote Max Crosby of the interior defensive lineman. Probably the most dominant D tackle that the game has seen in the last 3 years. Not ever. Obviously, I'd give that to Aaron Donald.
Donald, yeah.
Yeah, but it's...
But he's the guy after Aaron Donald.
Mm-hmm. Putting up some pretty gaudy numbers. Not only does he rush the passer, but he plays the run well. What was 2 of our weaknesses on defense? Couldn't stop the run, couldn't rush the passer. So.
I don't know, though.
So just
for our first 3 picks, Wedge, we're going to have nothing to do those nights.
Trust me, I would be sad as well. But I think as the season rolled around, we'd be geeked.
Yeah, to see him like in Jordan Love's fucking ass all game. Kyler Murray's ass. Who's the other guy? Jared Goff? No, Kyler Murray's going to win that starting job. Okay. 9's not seeing the field. I think that's what I think. I mean, I think they'll play for it, but 9 was pitiful. Yeah, not to say that Kyler Murray was much better, but I think he was smidge better.
Kyler Murray had some pretty good years. Put the controller down, I guess. That's not a fair knock. We don't know if Call of Duty really derailed them a little bit, but Kyler Murray has at least shown it in the NFL compared to 9. So,
yeah. So, but either way, to see pressure on the quarterback and stopping the run would be a huge upgrade to see because, yeah, you keep bringing up last year was just awful. To not have what was our run defense? We were averaging
low 20s, yeah.
Well, like 5-7 a carry average, like it was awful. And so, yeah, and then not getting to quarterbacks, not pressuring quarterbacks. I can't go another year. So I guess whatever they decide. I'm not a huge fan of giving up that kind of capital for him, but if he is who you say he is, maybe you know what I need to do? If I'm scouting these guys coming out of college, why aren't I looking at his highlights right now, which I will do?
Start with 2024. Start with his banner year. A lot of people have said that he might have lost a little bit of interest in the team. Him and Jackson Dart didn't get along. Maybe he was taking too much spotlight. I don't know what the situation is, but he's requested a trade.
It's the Giants. Okay, yes. He wants to get the fuck out of there.
Mm-hmm.
I get it. I would want to get the hell out of there too.
Christopher, I miss watching Tommy Harris as well. That was some good times. Probably the last true great. Goldman was pretty good as well for D tackles drafted. But another rumor that I heard was that the Bears might be interested in bringing in Von Miller.
Von Miller? Really?
Yeah. Situational pass rusher. I gotta think the way that the Bears handled free agency, that edge rusher is still on the table for them to sign. Probably not until after the draft, until you see how the draft lands. And if they land one of these top flight guys like a Mesidor or Zion Young, that might go out the window. But if they don't, that's a possibility for somebody that they could bring in to see if they can bridge the gap a little bit.
Big Mike, great scouting report. This guy does have impressive dance moves.
He does. I just like his nickname, Snacks. I would get a Bears jersey that said Snacks on the back.
I also read Sexy Dexy.
Sexy Dexy, yeah. That would also be a good one to put on the back of a jersey.
And that will mean we'll have two big Dexes.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody loves big Dex.
Yeah.
If you say that wrong, that will sound terrible.
Mm-hmm.
We got some big Dex on the
so we're going to have some big Dex jerseys and some Dixon Cider jerseys.
That's right. Oh, Dixon Cider.
Dixon Cider. Yes.
Yeah, okay, this guy's pretty disruptive. I'll say that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Pretty. He just penetrates the offensive line just all the time. Pretty good.
Romy says 2 Dexes are better than 1 Dex.
That's right. 2 Dexes are better than 1.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dude, he is.
When he was the last, 2023 and 2024, that guy was about as disruptive as it gets. Since Aaron Donald retired, by far the biggest disruptor in the NFL from the interior.
I hope he doesn't hurt himself on some of these celebrations. Maybe Dennis Allen could tell him, hey, when you make a sack or a big TFL, just chill, all right?
Mm-hmm.
Just chill. But he is a monster. Wow. So, what are you saying? Wow, I like what I'm seeing there. And this is 2024 highlights. We'll just draft a DT next year.
Next year's draft's supposed to be better.
So what are you saying? You'll take this deal, Wedge? You take this deal?
I would think about it. I would severely think about it. Depending exactly what's on the table. To me, the first and 2 seconds is pretty steep. I think that hinders you being able to fill some pretty key holes on this defense. But if you could do a 25 this year and a second or third next year, I would be really tempted.
Mm-hmm.
Really tempted. Because you could still get a pretty good edge rusher in the second. You could still get possibly safety. An AJ Halsey in the second with those 2 second-round picks.
Yeah.
So if you get a safety and another edge, the D tackle's taken care of.
Did it right.
It would be something I would really have to think about. And I would be very intrigued to pull in the trigger on that. I really would.
And if they're going to do that, obviously, right, you got, like you said, 2 weeks before the draft.
Mm-hmm.
So they need to get this paperwork going, whoever's going to make a move on this guy.
Yeah. It could be one of those that it's a draft day trade, too. That might be one of the big names on the move.
Wow. That would be something.
Mm-hmm. Right, whether it's the Bears, whether it's Dallas, whether it's the Packers. I don't think the Packers have the ammo to get them without having any ones for this year. So hey, keep them out of the division. I know that. But
yeah, if we can't get them,
yeah,
then don't anybody in our division don't get them. But it's the only way to secure that and make sure that happens is we get them.
Mm-hmm. Like I would be as excited for that move for the right price as I would have been for like a Max Crosby type of thing. So
he does kind of look a little like the Max Crosby of the middle of the interior there. Yeah. He's that disruptive. He's like in the backfield every play.
You two birds with one stone, right? Great run defender, collapse the pocket, and you get that all in one player.
Yeah.
I mean, he instantly corrects half of the biggest issue on your defense.
Yeah. And again, could he be this multiplier type? Can he be the guy that comes in and now all of a sudden Sweat can do his work that he needs to do because this guy's being such a disruptor in the middle of the line that maybe Montez Sweat can now get him some pressures and sacks and whatnot.
Maybe it benefits Shamar Turner when he gets back. Maybe it benefits Dexter. Opposite.
Oh, yeah.
Grady Jarrett might start looking better. I mean,
yeah.
Maybe I'm
Austin
pulling
Booker. Yeah. Everybody. No, I mean, he could. He might get him a couple little pressures or something. But yeah, Austin Booker and then whoever we draft. Say we do get Zion Young. Well, yeah, right. Say we get Zion Young. Say your deal goes through. We give up our first. We trade with the Giants, go back. But at the Giants pick, Zion Young could be there. So bam, get him. Yeah, very interesting. I don't know, man. This is why Poles makes the big bucks because woo-wee.
That would be a mind blower for sure if they ended up pulling that trade on draft day. That would definitely shake up the draft, that's for sure. Okay. It would be the talk of the first round, but damn, I don't know, man. It's interesting. So it would be interesting to think of. He's one of those players that would look great in the navy blue and orange for sure. Disrupting in the middle. If he can recapture a glimpse. And listen, you know what? Sacks, yes, it's the sexy number. But if he's pressuring that often, has like a 17, 18% pressure rate, that would be night and day difference with this defense.
Correct.
Even if you don't get home, if you're moving them off a spot, get them outside, some Sweat or Booker or Turner or Jarrett, whoever, they might be cleaning that stuff up.
Correct. Yeah. And just to get, a quarterback, like you said, get a quarterback off his spot, it's really important. Inaccurate balls and mistiming because the passing game a lot is based off timing. So you disrupt that. I mean, a huge upgrade for the Bears because, again, all last year our defensive line was unable to do any of that consistently at all, if at all. Like we'd watch whole games of the defense doing nothing. Chris, I saw this message earlier. You're good, bro. I said it the nights when you weren't there. I was like, people got lives to live. They got stuff to do. You're doing dad stuff. You don't worry about aliens and
yes,
Sumerian tablets. I go live every Thursday and Saturday night. So you'll make it over. You'll make it to us.
Josh coming in. They should just put JSN on the cover and help us all out.
Yeah. Okay.
True. We all play the West, so we all will have Seattle. That's the next big thing I'm looking forward to after the draft is the schedule release. You think the Bears are going to get that opening game against Seattle?
That's what I
make
heard.
For good TV.
Who said it? Shefty? Yeah. Adam Schefter said it. That's what he's the whispers that because it's definitely Seattle is playing that opening early kickoff game, and the rumors are it's going to be the Bears playing them. Fucking bring it.
Talk
Fucking
about a
bring
measuring
it.
stick, man.
Yeah.
Ooh-wee.
Bring it. Let's go. Week 1, punched right in the face. That's like before any football game. Like for me anyways, I'll speak for me. Before a game, I'm all like butterflies until my dad took me in the garage and starts beating me with a wiffle bat. Now I'm like, girl, let's fucking go. Like you just want to get punched in the mouth one good time. And now you're ready for ball.
Big Mike, I love ignoring my kids. I watch all the shows. Give it all to me.
I mean,
here's your iPad. Go entertain yourself.
Yeah. Like my kids are at an age where they're like, oh God, Dad, leave us alone. You're such a dork.
Yeah.
So I get to do all my shows because my kids are like, they only come to me when they need money.
So you're the ATM dad. Got it.
Correct. Yeah.
Right. They don't even come and see me in person. My kid, he just texts me, hey, I need a few bucks for pizza.
Oh, okay, so you're also still a text ATM.
Yes. Digital. We're fully digital in this household.
But yeah, so no big deal. Chris, you'll catch up with us on one of these shows. It's all good. It's just that your boy Learn's been looking for you. We're looking to set up the debate / MMA octagon.
Yeah, he still wants a piece. We could have Chris Burr and have the official Don Burr trolling through our comments with Learn. Imagine that verbal exchange. It would be pure gold.
I know. Gold. Where was everybody when Don Burr was here?
It was Easter, man. So, doing the family thing, looking for eggs and stuff. So,
because I was like, I don't remember the chat just on full attack mode on Don Burr, because we had Don Burr in here, of all people, to ever visit our chat. It's Don Burr. And he subscribed, too, oddly enough. He subscribed to the channel, so he will be around.
We have a chance, yes, to hopefully knock him down a peg, but he's a pro at this, so it'll help sharpen our skills. Yes.
He is a legend at this. So it's up to you guys to be the ones to,
grief him
we're here
the whole
doing
time. Yes.
Yeah, give him the business right back. Because he's a Lions fan and, get the hell out of here.
We'll see how long that bandwagon fandom lasts. So
he won't stop. He's been doing his thing before Ben Johnson, before Dan Campbell. Don Burr has been in Bears chat rooms for a decade.
This has been the best 0-16 team I've ever seen.
Yeah, and he'll still be running his mouth. Detroit versus everybody. Yeah, Detroit versus 16 losses. That's who you're against.
Yes.
Dude, Big Mike, you don't know Don Burr. All right, so let me give a brief little history lesson. So whenever the Bears do anything, okay, the Bears... Wait, I tried to. That could be a thing.
Yeah.
No. So look, when the Bears go live, the official Bears YouTube, for their press conferences, they go live. He's in those chats. When some of the biggest podcasters, ESPN, Waddle and Sylvie, all of them go live, he's in those chats. CHGO, he's in those chats. The Tape Never Lies, he's in those chats. He's in all these very big shows chats. He's a Lions fan, griefing Bears fans. And if everybody in the chat, Bears fans that is, are like, fuck you, Don. Come to Soldier Field. I fucking dare you. I mean, he just gets them all riled up. And it's too easy. It's like shooting fish in a barrel. So and he's been doing this for 10 years. I'm surprised, Big Mike, you haven't seen him. Like, if you've ever watched any of the Bears press conferences as they happen live, go in the chats. Just like watch the chats, and you'll see him in there, and people going nuts. Yeah, that guy. He's a legend. He came on the last 10 minutes of our last show, which was crazy because I'm like, oh, look, somebody's in our chat pretending to be Don Burr.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, it's really me. And I'm like, no, it's not you. Prove it's you. I wish there was something you could say to prove that it's really you. And he goes, I hope you guys draft a punter with the 25th pick.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, you've been doing your homework. All right.
Yes.
But then after the show, I went to his profile. Yeah, and the profile was made in 2016. So I was like, oh, that was really him. Okay, that was really Don Burr who came here. All right.
And didn't you say he runs with a sidekick?
He does. He's got Chim Richards with him. The guy goes by Chim Richards. Okay. So he'll watch during the season. If they come through here, he'll have both of them with their like little running buddies, wingmen, griefing Bears fans. But I know you guys will handle it.
Yes. Whew. Good stuff tonight, man.
Yeah, it was really good. Really good show. I enjoyed talking about Madden because I used to play the game so avidly every year, getting the game and then seeing the curse happen in real time. So it was great to go down memory lane and talk about all the injuries. So, yeah, I don't want Caleb on the cover. So I don't want to chance it.
You're officially switching? Did we talk you out of it? Good.
Yeah.
Good. So, like I said, my official stance after they win a Super Bowl, be on every cover that you want, sell a bunch of chunky soup. I don't care. Just let's hoist that trophy, reset that clock one last time before any ill will. Because let's be honest, the dude hasn't missed a beat in the first 2 seasons.
Yeah.
And if he were to go down at any point in time, we'll have the Bajent truthers coming out and, rallying behind their guy. Again, we'll rally behind him as well. But let's be honest. We want to see number 18.
Iceman.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This is Iceman's team.
And speaking of former Bears quarterbacks, Reed had himself another nice game.
He did. I watched highlights of that game because now I'm interested to see how the kid does. And I'm like, he had another good game.
Yeah. So we'll see. He might get another shot in the NFL as well. So
I think he will.
I wouldn't mind if the Bears invited him back to camp and, compete for that third spot, though I don't think he would make it.
You don't think there's any no, there's no contractual agreement like we won't see him? Because he was here last year.
Yeah, why not? It's UFL and NFL don't run congruently, so you'd be able to sign him. I wouldn't be surprised if the kid continues to go out and kill it. He was pretty good. He was just the odd man out.
He was
Western Kentucky. Yeah.
He was just too low on the depth chart, but great preseason performances by him. So
Cardinals might bring him in.
Yeah, Cardinals trying to poach our quarterbacks.
Mm-hmm.
Mike says, I don't believe in curses. Caleb has killer instinct like MJ. He does. And I think that's what might give him the gravitas. That might give him that moxie to get him over that, like, screw a curse. There's no curse. I'm going to be the curse killer. Because, again, he already took on the Chicago Bears quarterback task. All the rumors that were floating around about that when, his parents were trying to get him out of the draft and trying to get him not drafted to the Bears and all that good stuff. But he was like, no, Pop, no. I want this. I want this smoke. I want all of that smoke. All right, son. Well, you're going to Chicago, so have fun with that smoke. And, they did right by the kid. He did 1 year with the Floos and Shane Waldron at Galilee.
Yeah.
Shane Waldron. Anyways,
the name we do not mention on this show.
No. We need a swear jar for the show.
A buzzer.
But they did right by the kid. You brought in Ben Johnson. You brought in one of the best damn coaching staffs that you could possibly, that money could buy. And, he could be the one to beat the curse. But, I mean, let's just really quick. We got a couple minutes left of the show. Well, 1 more minute, but we'll go overtime a little bit. Who else balled out last year who could be a good athlete to put on instead of Caleb?
Christopher said earlier, Myles Garrett.
Oh, that's right. He broke the sack record. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who else?
Christopher, there's your mention.
Sam Darnold.
Oh, Sam Darnold on the cup. Okay. JY said JSN, Jackson Smith and Jigba.
Okay, yeah, Jackson Smith and Jigba. That's right. That's not a bad pick too, right? Hot ass wide receiver. Puka Nacua.
Yeah, Puka Nacua broke out. What about Jordan Love?
I said that was my first thing. I was like, I might have commented that a lot on Twitter actually the last couple of days. Was like, fuck, let's put Jordan Love on that bitch. Let's go.
In all seriousness, if Micah Parsons didn't break his leg, he was on pace to have a killer year.
Yeah.
This is a good one.
Scat until he broke his ankle.
Yeah. So Jay was picking up on the sarcasm there.
Oh, okay. I was like, that was just to get him cursed.
Yes.
Because now that the bear killer's gone. Malik, what's his name?
Malik Willis.
Malik Willis, thank you. Yeah, now that he's not with the pack anymore. Go ahead and let Jordan Love get some of that Madden Curse. Who's their backup? They don't know.
Jeez.
But yeah,
boy,
who
else?
Who won MVP of the Super Bowl? That was their running back, Kenneth Walker.
Yeah Kenneth Walker.
MVP. And then he's on another team now.
JY's not a Jordan Love guy. JY, would you have wanted to see the Packers hold on to Malik and go for that? This is a good one too, Stafford, which I think Christopher might have mentioned earlier too. So that could be a possibility. Stafford getting up there in age. JY said, yeah, you would have liked to see Malik get a full run at it. That's interesting. Walker, who else? Kyle Monungai?
Shoot. Maybe after this season.
Yeah. Thinking through the division, nobody really jumping out. Baker, he started off in the MVP. He fizzled out.
Colston Loveland?
Oh, maybe after next year.
After this season coming up? Hell yeah.
That could be a possibility.
Oh, yes. That would be you know what, Mike? I'm just gonna make one just to do this because this is hilarious. Yeah. I'm gonna make that.
Oh, this would be a good one too. Go old school Bo Jackson.
Oh, see, that's great because they sometimes they did it with, I think, Barry. No, Romy. Don't do that. My kids do that.
Mm-mm.
I can't even say either of those numbers in this house. Don't you say that too loud, or they're going to come bursting through the door. 67676. Please stop it.
Thankfully, my kid's old enough and out of the house at this point. I didn't have to deal with that.
Oh, boy. But you probably was other things because every generation was skippity toilet.
Thankfully, I had to ask my kid what the hell that is. And I'm like, what is this stuff, man? Help me out here.
But that would be cool. A little throwback action. Bo Jackson, that's nice.
Let's think. Running back wise, nobody really broke out. Chan. Who's the rushing champ this year?
Derrick Henry again?
Yeah. Henry, Lamar, Josh Allen.
I think Lamar's already been on a cover.
Yeah.
Josh Allen has already been on a cover.
Yeah. Max Crosby. I'm trying to think of defenders that could be on there.
James Cook led the league in rushing.
Okay.
Jahmyr Gibbs, Big Mike. Okay, good one.
Yeah.
Jahmyr Gibbs.
Let's give it to an offensive lineman, man. What about
Joe Tooney?
Yeah, exactly.
But no, the damn curse, man. No.
Yeah. I mean, if anybody could beat it, it'd be Joe. So.
But yeah, He's Mr. Steady. That curse would just bounce right off of Tooney.
Mm-hmm. You can't face me. Yeah, I mean, some of your big guys like Mahomes, season ending. Yeah, can't really think of too many people that really broke out. I mean, yeah, I get it. We looked at it through the Bears lens, so we immediately would say Caleb. Yeah.
Leading rushers last year, James Cook with 1621, Derrick Henry 1595, Jonathan Taylor 1585, Bijan Robinson.
Be a decent one. Yeah.
Yeah, Taylor's good. Bijan with 1478, and then A-Chain. Yeah, Henrock for sure. Well, Jordan Love for curse purposes.
Yeah.
Ooh, put Steve McMichael on the cover.
Did you see the story that he had like stage 3 CTE? No. That they discovered that? I was like, man.
I mean,
all those guys shocker. Back then.
Yeah, all those guys. So not a big shocker. I thought you were going to say, did you hear about his crazy fucking wife story? So this broad fucking
going off the rails.
Yeah, way off the rails. Like, baby, she got a little CTE. That's how she's behaving.
Mongo might have smacked her around a little bit.
No, she's probably just a crazy bitch.
Yeah.
The proverbial bitch. I don't mean that in any derogatory sense.
Yeah, but you think about like Dave Duerson from that era, Junior Seau.
Yeah,
you know, where these guys are to the point where they feel that they have to take their life, but they're preserving their brains to be studied. Like, right. Dude, you know. But I will say this, the NFL, this is actually one topic that they really addressed and are dumping a ton of money in is the protective gear for the head. You look at helmet technology and where it's gone from here to now. I mean, if I had a kid going into Pop Warner or whatever the case may be, I would feel a lot better about him playing today than like back when you and I played at shooting. We had molded foam when we played.
Pretty sure I got a couple concussions in my day. So
yeah. For sure.
Mongo was crazy before CTE. Yeah, true that. All those guys kind of already got a couple screws loose as it is.
Yeah.
But the brain trauma doesn't help that. Yeah, I don't know. So who knows who that? I mean, this is probably why Caleb's the front runner on that gambling app, because you look at around the league and you're like, I don't know.
Yeah, there's still a few guys, but the hottest name right now by far is Caleb. It's kind of funny to me because remember what we were talking about at the beginning of the season last year?
Yeah.
Nobody had any type of respect on Caleb Williams.
No, he was a bust, actually.
Yeah.
He was a bust. And even throughout the season, we covered it. We put Shady and the Burleson with clown noses because they had the balls. The week we played the Browns, had the balls to say Shedeur Sanders is going to outplay Caleb because he's better than him. What?
I mean, if you look at the Pro Bowl voting, Caleb wasn't a Pro Bowler, but Shedeur was.
To be fair, he's in a different conference, be fair.
True. That's true.
The NFC is kind of stacked with quarterbacks right now, so Caleb's does got to do a little bit more. But, yeah, what a joke that was. But yeah, Caleb was considered, he was being called a bust, and the Bears should have drafted Jaden Daniels instead, or Drake May, or Bo Nix, but not Caleb Williams. I don't see any of those other quarterbacks throwing fadeaways. I mean, we all saw the Rams throw, that throw in the Rams game. Nobody did that. Those other guys can't do that.
Yeah.
Yes, Romy. Yes. That's what they should put on the cover. The Bears' fucking third-round pick for Ian Cunningham. Put that on the cover.
I don't know why my mind's immediately going to the Super Troopers scene. with the guy in the woods behind the bear. Bear fucker. Chris and I were talking about that the other day. So it's top of mind. But that would be a perfect Madden cover with Goodell.
Yeah, put Goodell on the cover. With Stanley the bear. Shit.
On that note.
Yeah. You guys. Great job. Thank you guys so much for coming out. Thanks for hanging out with us. If you ain't already, subscribe, hit the bell, leave comments, do all that good stuff. Again, all of our socials, hyperlinks are in the comments. Go to those if you're on those socials. Follow us there. We're kind of getting all over the place. And I think before Sunday's show, I'm gonna figure out this Discord thing. And Big Mike, I will walk you through it. Because Discord is confusing. He ain't wrong. When I first started getting on Discord, it's the user interfaces couldn't be more confusing. Frustrating, actually. But once you just get Discord and you're in the Everything Bears chat, you don't never have to do anything else. You don't have to touch anything. You just stay in the chat and that's it. But definitely trying to build a big community there of Bears fans who will share everything, dude. Whatever the news is, or jokes, or palate refreshers, whatever we want to do. Palate cleansers we want to throw in there. There'll be that sometimes, but just Bears fans talking about Bears. And so thank you guys so much for coming out. Until next time. Oh, peace. Go ahead, Wedge. Oh,
I was just gonna say, don't forget, boys, mark those calendars for the draft parties. Can't wait. Just about 2 weeks away. Let's all get on here. Let's have a good time. We'll talk about the draft. We'll have a big board up. Everybody's welcome. We'll predict picks the whole night, man. I think it's going to be a fun time. So, like I said, until then, peace out.
The Bears.